Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
All right, we get into these talks, and my favorite part of these talks, I have these things called hotspot questions.
Okay.
So they're 2 3-part questions, and so this will be from a coaching perspective. So the first one is a player you loved coaching, a player you loved coaching against, and a funny player you've coached.
A player I love coaching.
Or you loved coaching throughout your career.
I'll play I love coaching. I'll say Mike Tuck.
Mike Tuck, yeah.
For the reason I said. Player I love coaching against. I wouldn't say I take it when you say love coaching against, you mean
you like the matchup, so you like to prepare for this player, even though someone who could be a good player that you love throughout a year. I like to coach against, even though he's a tough player. Like you had that respect for him afterwards.
I don't like anybody. No, I'm joking. I'm trying because it's like phase. Should we do recent? I'll do recent because it's
okay. We do recent.
Yeah, I'll do recent. Let's say player like coaching against. Let's say Justin, because he's a bit tricky to scout for. He's a bit
okay. Justin.
Yeah.
All right. Any stories of Justin? I saw it.
No, I mean he's Robinson, huh?
Yeah, I saw his game against you guys in Sheffield. Yeah.
He's just a little unorthodox. He likes to he's righty, but he likes to shoots off his left, but goes right a lot of times. So he's a bit tricky. So I'll say Justin in recent times.
Okay, Justin Robinson. Okay, and a funny player you've coached.
Funny?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I personally always sticks out to me. I had a lot of funny guys. There's 2 people that probably were like funny to me. Always made me laugh. It was Ryan Patton. He was a funny guy, and Gerald Brooks. Gerald Brooks was funny.
You got any stories?
Gerald was just he's so he's passionate, emotional, and he just couldn't. Sometimes he just couldn't control himself, but it'd be not laughing at him for that, but he would then be able to bring it back around with something funny. Like, you know what I mean? Those guys that get mad, but then can bring it around and make everybody laugh with them and be funny. So he was kind of that, but he always had the locker room laughing, so he kind of always could bring the guys around. And you always like that when someone kind of knows himself a little bit, so they can pull it back. And then Ryan was he was funny too. You know, just had little inside jokes. He just say funny things at the right time. And you know what I mean? He's just one of those guys.
All right. And then the next part of the 2 3-part question. So this one, you don't have to say the name. You could say a situation, a player you didn't like coaching, not necessarily someone you didn't like. Could be someone you do like, and you think, oh gosh, a player you didn't like coaching against, someone who used to give your team problems, and then a funny opponent you coached against.
Someone I didn't like coaching. That's hard not saying the name though.
I mean, if you want to say the name, you're more than welcome.
To be honest with you, if I didn't like coaching him, I probably didn't coach him. Probably didn't last very long.
Their memories.
You know, like if I didn't like coaching him, I don't have anybody I didn't like coaching. I usually I don't really. If I didn't like them coaching them for some reason, it was detrimental to the team, and it was something that was major. So we didn't keep them. Anyone I've coached, was stand up. I liked them, or they worked hard and they played hard. So even in our worst years, we made sure we had quality people playing for us.
Okay.
Person I'd say coach against is Charles Smith. Charles Smith.
Oh yeah, his name's come up like 3 times.
Yeah, he's tough. He was tough. I mean, some of those Newcastle team, Trey Moore was tricky. Andre Smith, when he was around, he was tough. More recent times, Bernardini.
Yeah,
was
okay.
tough. Bernardini was he was a thorn in our side a lot. He made some big shots and some big plays every time we played Leicester. So those are probably the guys that stick out to me.
All right.
Was that the last one? That was that, right?
And a funny opponent you coached against.
Funny opponent.
Funny player you coached against.
Funny player or coach?
You can go with the player, yeah. You can go with the player.
I don't know. I don't talk to players. I try not to talk to players. Trey Moore. Yeah, I mean, when my player coaching days, Trey Moore was pretty funny.
Trey Moore, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was funny. He's a character. He used to say some funny stuff. Yeah. I'm not one of those people. I don't really like to talk, and I don't like to do that when I'm playing.
Focus on the game, innit?
Yeah. I don't want to be buddy, laughy. I ain't trying to do that.
Or like, is there a moment a player did something and you just thought, what the hell is he? I mean, I think there was one time I think I saw you laugh a little bit. It was the Manchester game, and his name's come up already on the previous show. Uric.
Yurik's definitely funny. I don't know what we're talking about. Yurik's funny. I don't remember anything in particular.
I think he tried to got upset at the ref because he's like, I think it was Cash or McKnight. I think he hit him and then obviously he went backwards and then he got upset. Goes, because he's doing this, don't go to foul. What's wrong with you? I was like, yo, you fouled him.
That was he was king of the fly. He was one of those guys that would hit you and then flop when you hit him back. So that's probably why I know his tricks. I know what he does, but he's a vet, so he gets it. He gets that.
Yeah. And I remember he just saw it. He did a little smirk when he did it, and I was like, oh, so he's well known. Yeah. I was like, this guy is funny. And it's funny because people in the crowd are like, oh, what's wrong? They're like, what's wrong with this guy? I'm just like, I said, he's like that. Don't worry about that. I know him. He does that all the time. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. He's fine. Man. Oh, man, I love it.
Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.